Man, like, I don't know why people think that, like, life don't mean life. You know what I'm saying? One of my OGs from Colorado Project, my next door neighbor, Tony Robinson. It's different terms when you talking about the life sentence thing, but life means life.
Don't stay down, you're gonna see what Pop come home. Don't be scared to hear top his own. Don't be running and don't be afraid. Niggas wanna shine, but they ain't getting shine.
Man, like, I don't know why people think that, like, life don't mean life. You know what I'm saying? You get a life sentence, it means life in prison. I mean, it's right there in black and white. You know what I'm saying? Now, you do have instances where life with parole, life without parole, natural born life. You know what I'm saying? Those are different terms of the life sentence. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with y'all, man, growing up in College Park, I don't know any friends that's right now standing right now today that I have in prison. I don't know any friends that has less than life. You know what I'm saying? My friends that did have 10, 30, 15. You know what I'm saying? Roy Applecrummer had 30. You know, he came home. My homie Talis McClendon had 10, 15 like that. He came home. You know what I'm saying? My homie Tony Chambliss. You know what I'm saying? 25. He came home. You know what I'm saying? It's certain situations that lands you home or not home. You know what I'm saying? I had an OG, you know what I'm saying? One of my OGs from Colorado Project, my next door neighbor, Tony Robinson. You know what I'm saying? Tony Robinson had life. 25 to life, something like that, went down the road. You know what I'm saying? And this is, back in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Did 25, 30 years, he's home. You know what I'm saying? So it's different terms when you talking about the life sentence thing, but life means life, man. My daddy told me that years ago, when my daddy was out there in the streets, life means life. But at the same time, you was eligible to come up for parole in 7 years here in Georgia back in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? So y'all seen Shawshank Redemption with Morgan Freeman, you know what I'm saying? Morgan Freeman had a life sentence. And he had undone, so much of his time, you would say 30 years, and he came up for parole. And what do? They will deny you, send you back to your prison for about 4 or 5 years, then you come up again. Then you get denied again. Then you go back. And it be like a revolving door. You know what I'm saying? And before you know it, done 47 years before they actually let you out. You know what I'm saying? But you had a life sentence and you came home. You know what I'm saying? I have friends that get life plus 20. You know what I'm saying? And the 20 be ran concurrent with the life, meaning it's all together as one sentence. You know what I'm saying? But if you get your sentence consecutive, it runs in the opposite directions, meaning you have to do the life sentence. Then once you finish it, you have to do the 20 years. But there's no way you can finish a life sentence because you have to die and then come back to life and then do you 20 years. And that's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So most of the time when people get their time and they got life and then they get something added to it, it runs concurrent with it. You know what I'm saying? I have one friend, man. I just released a song. Y'all can check it out on Facebook and Instagram called Popeye's Home, man. This is my best friend, man. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, and he went down in the early 90s. We the same age, you know what I'm saying? And they gave him, a certain amount of time. And when they gave him a certain amount of time, life sentences, they actually gave him like 20 to 30 years added to that. The thing about his life sentences, because he got more than one, y'all, they gave it to him consecutive. So he have to do this life sentence, finish it. Then once he done, he got to do another one. Then once he done with that one, he have to do another one. 3. Then once he done with those 3 life sentences, then he can start on his 30 years. How can you do that? That's impossible. Now, he only killed one person. And Jehovah God knows there is no price on this planet in the galaxy that could measure up to a life. You know what I'm saying? So there's no amount of time that you're going to do that will equal up to this person's life. And there's no amount of time that you can do to make the person that lost that person feel, okay, that was enough. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter what, they would never have that person back again. You know what I'm saying? But in his case, one person died on a botched robbery. You know? And for you to get 3 consecutive life sentences plus 30 years, I think that was just well too far-fetched. You know, it was undocumented. That was just too much. You know, it ain't like he killed 3 people. You know what I'm saying? You gave him a life sentence for all 3 people, but you gave him 3 life sentences for one person. Then added on 30 years to it, and then you ranked it consecutive. Now, from what I heard, when people do things like that, when the DA or the judge give you time like that, what they try to do is they try to make sure that you have no chances on getting out of prison. The only thing that's wrong with that is when you get something like that, and then as you going through life in prison, the laws change. And in his case, the laws have changed several times. And like I said, back in my day today, it was 70 years and you come up for parole. So you might not make it the first time, but then the second, third time, you'll come home. And if it was 7 years back then, what you looking at? 21 years. Yeah, I can count. But you're looking at 21 years and you come home 20 years, you know what I'm saying, like sentence. Then they changed it to like 14 years. And this, as I'm coming up being a teenager, was 14 years. Then it turned to 21 years. You know what I'm saying? And right now, at this time of day right here in Georgia, a life sentence consists of you serving 32 years. You know what I'm saying? And to me, to be honest with you, no matter how you look at it, 7, 14, 21, 7, 14, 21, and 32, I think all those years are good compared to what truly a life sentence is, because you don't supposed to get out. You know what I'm saying? Life. You know what I'm saying? But in these cases, when you have life with the possibility of parole, that's where that hope come in at. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, he got 3 consecutive life sentences plus some more time added on, man. And you know, that was well too far-fetched. You know what I'm saying? My condolences still goes out to Rico and his family them. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Linda, may she rest in peace. I had the pleasure of meeting the mother of the guy who was killed by my best friend. And she ended up being friends with my mother, not knowing, with us not knowing each other. And she let my mama know that she had a son that was killed and stuff like that. And then she told her the situation. My mama, oh my God, I know that kid. But she didn't tell her. Once my mama found out that, my mama let me know. And being around my moms and her, I ended up meeting her and talked to a very nice, very sweet lady. You know what I'm saying? My heart went out to her. And on top of it, I let her know that the guy who murdered her son was my best friend, is my best friend. You know what I'm saying? And I gave her condolences and I apologized for him because that's how we was raised. You know what I'm saying? And of course, he has remorse. You know what I'm saying? And I really think that, it's, like I said, I can't put any time on anybody's life. But he been gone 33 years. And now it's his time. You know what I'm saying? You having that possibility of parole is the biggest thing that's going for anybody that's in prison right now with a life sentence. because you do have an opportunity to come home. You know what I'm saying? Don't mean that you're going to come home, but you have an opportunity to, man, because a life sentence actually means a life sentence, you know? Now, I was speaking about the consecutive, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how or why they did that, you know, besides me learning, and I learned that this year, that when they do that, they try to make it impossible for you to get out of prison. You know what I'm saying? So they gave him these 3 consecutive life sentences plus 30 years. And they knew that it was some BS because they ended up telling him, okay, with this much time, you won't be eligible for parole until you do 30 of the years. And like I said, he's on 33. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of friends that done went back to court, gave their time back, or they just done maxed on out their time with life sentences and done came home, man. You know what I'm saying? I have friends that done came home on a life sentence before my friends who got 30 years or friends who got 40 years. You know what I'm saying? I got one partner that his max out day was 2047. And right now he in the halfway house coming home. He been gone about 28 years. You know what I'm saying? A life for a life, you know, is like an eye for an eye in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in a life for a life. That's 2 lives that's gone now. You know what I'm saying? As long as you got the possibility to parole, you got hope. You know what I'm saying? That's for, like I say, for all my partners there out there, man. But they will set you off. You know what I'm saying? They will set you off. Don't get discouraged because they set you off. Big shots out to Bow-Legged Tony. You know what I'm saying? He coming home soon too, man. Just real, man. These people have changed their ways. These people has been in prison so long that they don't want to come home and do anything of the nature that they did. Some people do get it, and it don't take a life sentence for them to get it. Sometimes it might take 10, 20 years or whatever, but it don't take a life sentence for a person to get it. You know what I'm saying? If tomorrow you get a life sentence and they give you with the possibility of parole and that you know you did kill somebody, then take it, because there's a good chance that you're gonna come home, especially if you end up being like a model prisoner or something. You know what I'm saying? No trouble, which, you know, of course it's gonna be hard to do doing 20 to 30 years straight throughout all these different prisons, but you have to, you know, you want to come home, you got to maintain yourself, and you have to do things to ensure that you come home. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't come home, you got a possibility of parole. You know what I'm saying? And like right now, it's Popeye time. You know what I'm saying? I miss my homie, man. I can't wait, you know, go see him. You know what I'm saying? And go, you know, holler at him. You know, put something in his pocket or something, man. You know, but you know. I just, the only thing that I want to get misconstrued is the time. Like somebody, you know, kill somebody and they say, oh, he did 30 years, that's enough time, or that's not enough. I don't want to get into that, because I don't think, like I say, no time, you can't put no time on it. A person can go serve 60 years in prison for killing this person, and after he do 60 years, that's not going to make, you know, it right. It's not going to make it fair or anything, because that guy's still dead. So, you know, to each his own on how you feel about that, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, a life sentence means, you know, life, straight up. Okay, Google, cancel alarm.
Okay, cancel.
You know, life sentence is life, man. And, you know, y'all seen the Eddie Murphy and all them. See how them folks had escaped, because they, you know, see how long they was there. You can get knocked down from max to minimum to low security, be working outside the gate, all that stuff, but it will be for the rest of your life unless you have a parole. You know, let's you parole out, man. You know what I'm saying? My big homie, Antonio Sterling, T. Sterling. You know what I'm saying? He came home. You know what I'm saying? So there's great possibilities, but that life, I'm telling y'all, life means life.
Gonna see what Pop come home.